his perspective of the geopolitical situation and how the budget and how the Indian budget measures against what is happening around the world. And followed by the keynote address by Mr. Banerjee. I didn't personally knew about this Gini coefficient, so it's a very good learning for me too. So and also always reinforces myself that even if I have a lot of grey hair, I've still a lot to learn. Yeah. So it's good, really nice. I mean, I think the concept was very, very good. So I have the pleasure and privilege to introduce the panel for our discussion and panelists who have come for discussions here. And we have, I think Dr. Smita needs to be complimented on getting the right people for the right things and like the right selection of the chief guest and the keynote speaker. She has a very distinguished panel of speakers here. I'll start with Mr. S. Vaidyanathan. He's going to be the moderator for the discussion. He started working with Bank of Baroda in 1969, and he worked with the Bank of Baroda for 38 years. So you don't get these species now anymore. Huh? You all the life. I'm also a similar person, one company man. Yeah, so I understand. Out of 38 years, then he worked 5 years in Fiji Islands too. And he retired as general manager in 2006. And after that, he's been associated with MIT in Pune as a visiting faculty. And he teaches banking, international finance, treasury and risk management. And apart from that, venture capital and merchant banking. Mr. Harish Srivastava. He is heading the HR and commercial functions of Oriental Rubber Industries for over, again, 2.5 decades. So we really got some rare species again over here. He's also heading the South African operations of the company, where they have a manufacturing unit. He has a very brilliant academic record. He did his MBA from Pune University. And before that, he did his LLB and also a diploma in labor laws and labor welfare. Mr. Srivastava is also the vice chairman of Deccan Chamber of Commerce, Industries and Agriculture. And he enjoys teaching. I guess that is one of the reasons why he's here. He's regularly invited as a guest faculty by various reputed management institutes like ours. Mr. Meghnad Dungarwal is the founder of Shunyas. And while chatting over a cup of tea, he told me he has a double role. Yeah, so he's a chartered accountant by profession. And his double role is that he is a tax consultant to SKP Business. He was working earlier with EY. And he also is a executive business coach. So he's in training and also a tax consultant. I was pretty attracted by a couple of things on his CV. His unique value proposition is combining soft human aspects, that means inspiration and motivation, and hard business side, which is growth and profitability to pursue and deliver long-term business value to clients. I was quite impressed by this. And what also drew my attention, that he's written a book called Why Am I So Scattered? And I think it's a great headline, I must say, because the headline is such which will definitely, I'll make it a point to get this book from Kindle. Thank you, sir. We have Siddharth Shah. He's a chartered accountant by profession and working with Sudip K. Parekh and Company. Siddharth is working in the field of indirect taxation and have addressed clients from major sectors of the industry. And Siddharth also started his career by being a professor at some renowned colleges. Welcome, Mr. Siddharth Shah. Mr. Ashok Agarwal is working with a consulting firm, was working with a consulting firm till 2005. He started his own business in 2005 and he works for 250 exporters and importers. He's associated with WTC, that's World Trade Center, and in Indian Institute of Materials Management. He's also started a new college, HSC Board College, in 2018. And he's a graduate of International Trade Management. So Murli Chaudhary is director in PricewaterhouseCoopers. He specializes in corporate and international tax. He has over 12 years experience in advising Indian as well as large multinational companies on domestic tax and other matters. Prior to joining PwC, he has worked with Ernst & Young, and boutique tax firm BMR. He is a commerce graduate and a qualified chartered accountant and company secretary. So you can see the careful selection of the panelists, and clearly shows that SWIMS believes in diversity. So they have an all-male panel with the only male professor, faculty member in SWIMS, introducing them in a girls' institute. That's it. Thank you.